After that banana slamming trailer, welcome back, Amiibros, to a brand new Let's Play. Nintendo presents a game made by Rareware, back when they were in their prime, Donkey Kong Country. And it looks like Cranky Kong has found himself in the wrong game. Fun trivia, Cranky Kong is actually the original Donkey Kong from the 1984 arcade game, Donkey Kong. The Kong we're playing as is Cranky's grandson, who is also named Donkey Kong. Yeah, because that's not confusing at all. And unfortunately, Cranky is a very poor sport. But then again, Donkey Kong shouldn't have intruded on Cranky's, old-timey music. But enough about who did what. Let's start up the game. But first we have to erase a file. I'll erase 57%. That didn't accomplish much. So we have 3 modes starting out. 1-player, 2-player contest, and 2-player team. 1 player is exactly what it sounds like. 2-player contest, you and a friend compete to see who can beat the most stages. And 2-player team is that, except without keeping score. Let's not waste any more time and jump straight into jungle hijinks. Well, let's go back home real quick. Pick up an extra life. Booyah! A red balloon is worth 1 life, a green balloon is worth 2 lives, and a blue balloon is worth 3 lives. Now let's go see how our banana horde's doing. And it's seen better days, certainly. Plot of this game, in case the cutscene wasn't clear enough, is that the infamous King K. Rool and his merry band of Kremlings have stolen Donkey Kong's entire banana horde, and it's up to Donkey Kong and his trusty partner Diddy to get every single last banana in that horde back. So says the instruction booklet. Back then, games like this didn't really have a cutscene. You had to read the instruction manual to get an idea of what was going on. Funny enough, in the GBA version, there is an intro cutscene where Donkey Kong entrusts Diddy to guard his banana horde as part of his hero training. And unfortunately, Diddy gets overwhelmed by the big enemies known as Clubbas and Crushas. Speaking of what, not Clubbas, Clumps, the dudes with the big army hats. Yeah, Crusha is in DKC 2. We're not going to be playing that for a while. But now that we have Diddy out, let's talk about the 2 different Kongs and how they play. Donkey Kong is the slowest out of the 2. He runs slower and climbs slower, and he's easier to hit thanks to his bulky frame. His roll covers a shorter distance compared to Diddy's cartwheel, and he has an exclusive hand slap move where if you hold down and press Y, Donkey Kong will slap the ground. This move is good for finding secrets on the ground when you lack a higher point to jump off of, but it's very situational. Oftentimes I forget I even have this move, and it's not as fun to use as it is in Smash Brothers. So, yeah. Donkey Kong excels at taking care of the bigger enemies like Crushas without needing a barrel, unlike Diddy. Diddy, meanwhile, is the fastest. He climbs and swims faster than DK and can jump farther and higher. When Diddy grabs a barrel, he holds it as a shield while DK holds it above his head. Bigger enemies like Crushas can only be beaten by Diddy if you have a barrel, but other big enemies like Clumps can be taken care of with a cartwheel. Many people consider Diddy Kong to be the best Kong to play as in DKC1, and I'm inclined to agree. Not just because Diddy has better mobility out of the 2, but also because he's really good at finding bonus rooms. Every level that isn't a water level has 2 to 3 bonus rooms. You'll know when you've gotten every bonus room in a level when the stage name has an exclamation point. Like that, see? Instead of Jungle Hijinks, it's Jungle Hijinks! Finding every bonus room in DKC1 is required for 101%, but not required to unlock a quote-unquote true ending like DKC2 or 3. Bonus rooms are only there for extra lives and goodies. Said goodies include bananas, which if you collect 100 of them, you get an extra life. A gold statue of 4 of the 5 animal buddies, which if you collect 3 statues of a particular animal buddy, you will be transported to a bonus room where you play as that animal buddy. And how many times can I say animal buddy without it getting annoying? Bonus rooms will also include one of 4 letters that can spell out Kong. You collect all 4 letters and you get an extra life. The letters are also a good way of indicating level progression. The further you get in the level, the closer you get to spelling the word Kong. They're not required for 101%. Again, they're only required if you want an extra life. Some bonus rooms are more obvious to find than others, while said others require a visit to Cranky Kong, but we'll be getting more into what he does in a bit. I do recommend you go for as many bonus rooms as you can. Don't go for all of them unless you're a completionist, because DKC1 can be quite the challenging game at points. It only takes one hit to knock out a Kong. Once you lose one Kong, if you have another, you'll automatically switch to the next one. Get hit again, and that's a life lost. You can recover a Kong by picking up a specially marked DK barrel and either throwing it at an enemy or having an enemy collide with it. And booyah, you got yourself another Kong. Don't ask me where DK or Diddy go once they get hit and you pick up a DK barrel immediately after and free them. I guess they're like masters of instant transportation, or teleportation, I guess. Anyway, those are the armadillos. If you try to attack them with Diddy while they're in a ball form, Diddy will just bounce off. That's what will happen if you try to have Diddy jump on the bigger enemies. He'll just bounce off, and that's something you do not want. Even if you try to cartwheel the armadillos with Diddy, he'll still bounce off, so wait till they're done rolling, and then jump on them. Now let's pay a visit to Cranky's cabin. Who told you I was here? Was it that obnoxious Funky Kong? No, I just found you here. That's right. 4 shades of gray and a 2x2 character block. That's all we had. I can't play this game. The colors are all too rich for my poor old eyes. Why are you abusing your grandson, man? Why, even the bananas have more frames and colors than I had in the entire game! Look! Look at this! As I rock, my beard swings. Waste of frames, in my opinion. Hey, that was when we had real gameplay, that was. Sure, whatever you say, Cranky. And this was developed with the latest state-of-the-art 3D work-a-thingies, was it? Go bananas in the snake pit of the reptile rumble! On guard the swordfish, and I don't want to hear anymore, Cranky. You said enough. But basically, that's the gist of Cranky. He'll talk your ear off with his hipster talk, as well as give you hints of where certain secrets are in particular levels. Hey, it's helpful without needing to buy an official strategy guide, though I don't really rely on Cranky's advice personally, because again, I'm not too concerned about finding bonus rooms. Again, whenever I go for the bonus rooms in this game, I usually go for the ones that I know about, and any ones I do find, or any new bonus rooms I do find, are by complete accident. Usually, whenever you find one bonus room, or the first bonus room in a level, there's another one not too far off. The bonus rooms are varied for the most part. Sometimes you'll have bonus rooms where you just have to jump into a barrel, aim at the bananas, and then fire. Other times, it'll be like a slot machine where you have to jump at a barrel to get a particular thing. And other times, it's just, it could just be as simple as finding an animal buddy in a bonus room and collecting bananas. But speaking of animal buddies, the first one we just saw back in Jungle Hijinks was Rambi the Rhinoceros. Pretty much, it's a fucking rhino. You run into enemies, and Rambi will kill it. Rambi, unfortunately, doesn't have access to the charge move. That's for DKC2, though this game is built with Rambi just running into shit in mind, so no sweat there. Rambi is one of 5 animal buddies that you'll be encountering. The next animal buddy we're going to be encountering is in the water level, Aquatic Ambience, or actually Coral Capers. Aquatic Ambience is the name of the track. Speaking of the track, take a listen to this beautiful underwater theme. You know, I know in platformers and character action games, and even some RPGs, water levels have a certain stigma to them that they're always the low side of a game, or like the downside of a particular game in that moment. But oh my god, like Donkey Kong Country makes lemonade out of lemons, let me tell you. But it keeps getting better because we just got our second animal buddy. On guard, and we almost lost him! On guard, come back! I need you! Ah, thank god. Yeah, it only takes one hit while you're on an animal buddy for that animal buddy to run away from you. Think if you're riding Yoshi in Super Mario World, you get hit, Yoshi will run away and doesn't have the common sense to avoid bottomless pits, you know? But On Guard the Swordfish gives you greater mobility underwater, and like Rambi, if you charge into an underwater enemy, you can take care of it. You know, I've always found swordfish really fucking cool, and Unguard is the poster child for cool swordfish. Unfortunately, Unguard is exclusive to Unguard is exclusive to water levels. Go figure, you know, he's a fish. But wouldn't that be some shit? You see Unguard, like, swimming in jungle hijinks, or not so much swimming, but floating in midair and just, like, wrecking everything. That'd be pretty crazy, I gotta say. But the next few animal buddies we're not going to be seeing until World 2, so be on the lookout for that. And we finished up Coral Capers with an exclamation point. None of the water levels have any secrets within them, so don't worry about that. Meanwhile, we meet our second Kong, Funky Kong. Basically, the gist of Funky Kong is that if you ever want to be transported to one of the 6 worlds within this game, if, say, you need to save your game real quick, a candy save point, Funky Kong's got your back. Unfortunately, we're only at World 1, so we can't really travel that far. But we're going to be traveling to the next level in style. We're not going to let us being landlocked to World 1 stop us from being stylish. The Kongs are all about style. Have you seen Donkey's tie? Look at that tie! It is a stylish tie. Let's jump up here, collect the letter K, and go into these automatic barrels. There are several different types of barrels in the game. Automatic barrels will fire you automatically. Then you have the manual barrels, where you have to press a button in order to be fired out of them. Then you have the side-to-side barrels, where they only go left or right. And then you have barrels that will rotate full 360 degrees. Those barrels can go suck a dick. You'll see what I mean when we get to the ice world. Ugh. Hate the cold. So do the Kongs, I'm willing to bet. Now, the cool thing is, whenever you're holding a barrel with Diddy, because he holds the barrel the way he does, if a bonus room is on, like, a wall or whatever, Diddy will automatically break the wall with said barrel. Certain barrels do require no, not certain barrels. Certain bonus rooms require the use of a TNT barrel in order to break, while others require you to be at, like, a certain height in order to break a particular piece of ground that will give you something to help you gain access to that bonus room. I know that was a lot of words right there, and I was just like, you can feel the gears in my head just like smoking as I'm like trying to churn out the words as fast and coherently as I can. But by dying, we can gain access to the bonus room again and collect 3 gold statues of On Guard. And this is a bonus room specific to On Guard. How it works is you collect mini gold figures of On Guard. You collect as many as you can before the timer runs out. Collecting 100 of them will give you an extra life. Fortunately, the timer for most of the animal buddies is very lenient. Unless you're playing as Rambi, in which case the timer is botched, and you only have, like, mere seconds to collect as much as you can. I would definitely say Rambi's is the worst bonus room, not just because of the botched timer, but also because of how heavy Rambi feels whenever you're controlling them. As compared to the rest of the animal buddies that you can control, where they feel very fluid and floaty, Rambi is heavy and stiff. I mean, go figure, it's a rhinoceros, you know? It's not gonna be light as a feather, you know? What are you, stupid? But, yeah. I would definitely say the bonus rooms for the animal buddies are where you're gonna be getting most of your lives, because I don't really encounter the green or blue balloons, as I stated before, so, yeah. Anyway, these are critters. Critters will either walk left to right, or jump up super high. You want to wait till they've finished jumping before you jump on them. These right here are zingers. Zingers are impossible to kill by jumping. You do not want to jump on them. You either want to use a barrel against them, or one of the animal buddies, mainly Winky or Rambi, in order to get rid of the zingers. Zingers come in different colors, but it doesn't really mean anything. I want to say the orange ones are slightly more aggressive than the yellow ones, But don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure on that. With another level cleared, though, we now have access to the boss of World 1. Before we head to said boss and slap him silly for stealing our bananas, let's save at Candy's save point. If you're playing this on the original Super Nintendo, this is how you save your game. Candy save points are usually placed near the end of the world, and yeah, you want to save as much as you can, or abuse Funky's flights whenever you can. Anyway, here's our first boss, the really naughty beaver. Pretty much, you just jump on him, and that's it. Bosses in DKC1 are nothing to write home about. They're not all that challenging, except the final boss, and one in particular, but that's about it. And booyah, we finished the first boss of World 1, and we only got part of Donkey Kong's banana horde. Yeah, that's only part of it. But we'll see what challenges await us next time on DKC1 when we go into Monkey Mines. See you guys then.